And good afternoon, everyone. Welcome back to the channel. Mick Ruby here. The aftermath, the day after, and some people in the media is calling a shocking result. And Onana here and there slipped on a banana. Media's been out to get Onana. I get that. But big up for Onana to come up and actually requesting to speak to the media, to put his hand up at least to say, listen, we lost the game because of me. And for me, a man that puts his hand up and say it was my mistake, I will always accredit that and say, look, at least you did it. At least you put your hand up to say, look, it was my mistake. If I take an example like Harry Maguire, that would never come out in the media. We've seen interviews in the past. He comes out to say, hey, I don't need to prove myself. I'm Harry Maguire. At least Onana did, the right thing to say it was my mistake. And it's such a sad thing to see what's been written in the media in certain ways, because Onana last season was the goalkeeper of the Champions League, and if you look at our defense last season, was the defense that got us into the Champions League in the first place. Our defense was solid, but we did have a problem this time around, and this is what I want to talk about: is the imbalance of the midfield. Scoring wise, Rasmus Hojulnd has shown what a prolific number 9 is. What we've been crying out for. We just simply need to learn how to collaborate with Rasmus to find his game, to build a game around Rasmus Hojulnd, according to my opinion. But also the substitution of Martial that come in the last 10 minutes showed a different Martial as well. Hungry, trickery. Yeah, did Erik ten Hag got this right or wrong? Arguably to say yes and no. Am I upset? Not really. I mean, going to Allianz is never an easy task, according to my opinion. Bayern Munich hasn't lost there, and if they do, they always draw. So I have a saying also in my mind to say that God gives, God takes, luck comes and luck goes. It is simply the Newton's law of gravity, according to my opinion, that what goes up must come down simply. And the tide would turn, and after rain comes sunshine. It is simple like that. The footballing gods haven't really been on our side lately, and I certainly believe, and you can clip this, that luck will come towards Manchester United and the VR. Also, hopefully, the rulings and decisions. At the end of the day, I've never seen this in European football. This is the first time I see this in European football, that a VR decision has been checked and complete. Goal has been given. Actually, no penalty has been given, but only to be retracted and call for the referee to check it again. We got hard done, and a lot of pundits were saying that was harsh, but it is what it is. The game ended up 3-4. According to my opinion, it's not a bad result, but doesn't really reflect the overall game. From a goal tally and goal difference, it's actually good. We are -3 currently. We conceded 4 goals. We actually scored 3, to be honest, guys. So welcome back to the stream. Let us know what you think in the comments below. I'm just here talking the aftermath. So we suffered a 4th defeat, basically, 5 games in all competition. And Bayern Munich is a powerhouse, to be beaten 4-3. That game could have finished a draw. It was a different focus. I mean, even Bayern Munich came out in aftermath to say, these guys look motivated. Arguably to say, if you look at the first 27 minutes, we were in total control, and they were actually shit. We could have scored the first 5 minutes with Pellistri, and that would be a totally different game. But Lady Fortuna is simply not on our side, people. But I also want to sort of reflect a little bit of that game and 5 things we learned from the game. But before we do, I want to give a shout out to everyone that is in the VR room. And potentially, I'm going to share the link as well so you can come in and have your say. So let me see who's in the house. I can all see you. Stephanie Griffith is in the house as well in the VR room. Hopefully, with a fair assessment. VR room hasn't been according to our side lately. Stephanie Griffith, good afternoon, Mick. How are you? Pub was good last night despite defeat. Very promising signs. Like you, signs said, believe, boss the boys. 100%. We have to believe, like Ted Lasso, in a certain sense. It feels like somebody came and stole our believe sign in the dressing room, and we are looking. We've done some police reports, so please return that believe sign wherever you are today. Kenny, yes, you can hop in later on. Let me just finish what I have to say. Big up to all of you. It's the aftermath. I mean, if how do you feel today? Are you angry? Are you disappointed? Is it more overinflated in the social medias to say it's a shamble? I got messages to say, I told you so. Nana is a manure, is shit. Like, hang on, hold your horses. Like, you know what? We got to look in this video as well, moving forward ahead, because we do have a couple easier fixtures to come. I mean, we're talking about Burnley away. Burnley currently sitting on the bottom of the table. We should be motivated enough to go and put a big result in Turf Moor. And actually, when we finish there, we will call Turf No More. I do expect a high scoring game there. Like, you know, at least we will slap. If we can slap them with 4-0, that's a statement, according to my opinion, because we deserve this. We deserve this, people. Please retweet this broadcast as well. Never write United off what Stephanie's saying. I've been watching them for a long, long time. Same as me, Stephanie. And the bad sounds like Fat Boy Slim song. Yeah, true, true, true. DJ Superfly, welcome to the stream, my friend. How are you feeling today, my friend? Lord Voldemort, all the way from Hogwarts, saying now just needs to stop others scoring. 100%. We've been leaking a lot of goals, and I've been crying out to say, look, you know, it's time to change the plumber. You know, somebody that lives in Manchester, please call up the best contractor, plumbing contractor in Manchester, to fix the leaks. Part of that, it's not down to defense. I agree what Ten Hag was saying in the interviews, because that midfield is so unbalanced, and Christian Eriksen has lost a yard of pace. I called it out last season that I'm afraid that Eriksen will turn into a prime Juan Mata. Great technical abilities, but no legs. And my premonition, unfortunately, is kind of turning into a yeah, I'm turning to be right. Where's my crystal ball here? But that midfield needs to be balanced, and if you look at it, like, you know, Ten Hag cooks what he's got at the currently in the kitchen and the ingredients. You look at that bench from Bayern Munich side, like, you know, they had endless of resources coming off the bench. You look at our bench, we have Scott McTominay, we had Dan Gore, we had Hannibal, and 3 goalkeepers sitting there, and Johnny Evans. And I was thinking to myself, oh my God, how are we going to do this? So at the end of the day, for us to come back and have 3-4, it's kind of a good result, to be honest. But I was watching and rewatching the game, and it's clearly to see that we don't track back. We don't have the wingers. At least when we had Anthony, he was tracking back on the wing. Rashford did track back in the first half, a little bit in the first 27 minutes, but as soon as we dropped that goal in, he didn't track back. Rasmus Hojulnd, to all his glory, the boy who was smiling like a Christmas, like a somebody's waiting for Santa and the Christmas, you know, when we was lining up and, you know, the Champions League song was playing. So I'm so happy to see Rasmus Hojulnd get his first goal. He so deserve it. And we just need to find a way how we can build around that play, like, you know, and Reguilón, oh my God. Reguilón was, according to some fans on the Twitter and social media, the man of the match, and I can agree. Reguilón was really, really offering something forward. A little bit suspect backwards, but there's nothing he could do. There's nothing Martinez could have done. If the midfielders are not tracking back, they're ball watching. Of course, we're leaking the goals, right? If you look at Leroy Sané's first goal, what was Martinez supposed to do? What was Lindelof supposed to do? They were holding the positions, but the midfielders were not really tracking back and basically covering the 6-yard box. That is the problem. And that is what Ten Hag is saying as well. Morning, chaps, to you. Lucky seeing you're here as well. Kenny Fan TV. Forgot about the Prem title, man. Nowhere near. I was optimistic getting top three at least season. Kenny, I can understand that the normal reaction after a loss is to hit the panic button. Where we are so early into the season, and if you look at Champions League, we are cup. It's a lot of cup games to be played as well. Like, we still have Galatasaray, we have Copenhagen, and I believe those are winnable games. If you look at the Premier League season, the run of games, we have Crystal Palace with Burnley. We have actually double Crystal Palace also in the Carabao Cup. So we have a quite easy run of games now to go and make a statement. And I certainly believe, and I'm very Patriot red, so you know, I always see the positive. Like, okay, we had bad luck. There's no excuses. But if you look at the future, if you look at what we have coming into the squad, how we can balance the squad, then the future looks a little bit brighter as well. We're going to cover that as well, my friend. RJ, what you saying? Big up, everyone. Big up to you, RJ. Who else is here to say? Noah is also here to say, listen, guys, even if we sacked Erik Ten Hag, I won't change anything because the club is a mess. Spoken like a true hero. I knew we were going to lose this game. I'm sick of tired of the board, the Glazers, players, and the managers. True, man. I wouldn't sack the managers whatsoever. I think we have a good, balanced coaching staff. We just need to get in the right physios, and everything above Ten Hag needs to be gone, gone, gone. I mean, Ole Gunnar Solskjaer came up and exposed. I think Ole could have spoken more after after the NDA has, run out his course. But Ole is a polite guy. That's the way he's raised. He would never go and slag the club. He's a club man. But at the end of the day, you can read between the lines that he was saying that certain players wasn't mine. I was overruled, and same thing goes with Ten Hag. So it is definitely, according to my opinion, sabotage by somebody that don't want us to compete. They want us to suffer. They want to do this deliberately, that we don't back the manager fully. We give a little bit, and then they have excuse the second year to throw the manager under the bus, and the cycle continues. And they make more money by doing so, because this generates a lot of click attention in social media, but stock prices will drop. Glazers will buy up more stock. So this got to stop. And this is the only way we can break this vicious cycle. We've been spinning on that hamster wheel for the past 10 years. So I wouldn't sack the manager whatsoever. I would give him time to implement his playing style. Because if you look at it, he hasn't really been able to play his preferred starting 11 or implementing the style that he wants to play because of injuries. So to come where we are right now, to blame the manager is just fallacy, in my opinion. Sure, he sets up the team, but if you look at the bench to say, well, what should I play, right? Pelistri, at the end of the day, got his game time. And today I look at social medias. The same people that were calling for Pelistri to start is the same people that are slagging off Pelistri. I don't get it. I'm confused. What are you people? Are you United fans, or are you just, I don't know, flip-flop fans, man? Seriously. I'm a very Patriot red. I will criticize when critics is due, but I always give roses when roses are due as well. But never will I go and flip-flop like this. On a note as well, Danish Lion Hojulnd is clinical, man. Yeah, 100%. And I'm so looking forward to see more of Rasmus Hojulnd. He almost got his full 90 minutes. He's slowly getting up to speed. But what do you reckon about Martial's cameo, the 10 minutes that he got? I was going, is that Martial playing? Wow, really? Rashford, again, not so bad the first 27 minutes. But Rashford needs to look up more. Rashford needs to pass. And even in my preview, I wanted to put Garnacho on the left and Rashford on the right, because we saw what happened when Garnacho came in. It was a total different ball game, right? All of a sudden, there was a little bit of energy. But I cannot get out of my mind that we have been so unlucky lately. We come back, we score a goal, and then we got hard done by a VR decision. I looked at the handballing ruling in his car. This doesn't make sense. What he's supposed to do? He was in a natural position. The ball shrugs off his shoulder, according to what I'm seeing. And the pundits that are watching on BT Sport were saying, "No way, that is not a VR. That is not never a pen." But apparently, there's different rules in Europe and there's different rules in England and Premier League, and it's a shambles, peeps. It's a shambles. Guys, I'm trying to catch up with the chat room as well. Madhouse, I can see you. Nigel Flynn is here. Afternoon to you, Nigel. Rajat is here, saying we didn't look bad. True, we didn't look bad, but this is what happens psychologically speaking. Like, people tend to look at the result and saying we're shit. But if you really stop and look at how we're playing, we're getting closer. There's positives to take out of that game to say we are getting closer. We fought back and came to 4-3, and God, it could finished a draw would have been a favorable result at the end of the day. But it is what it is, and we have a lot of games to play. Your prediction, Alan, was absolutely spot on. You know what I mean? It was spot on. I remember. You said 3-4. Ivo Bosic, welcome. What are you saying? I feel almost nothing. This side is making me feel dead inside. Yeah, we are. Is it the new standards that we are feeling, immune to losing? Rama was saying 4-0 based on what we're scoring so many goals. Yes. So people were saying, like most of the pundits and media outlets were saying, we're going to get smashed. We're going to get battered 4-0. But listen, 4-3 Allianz Stadium, my God. Jacko, welcome to the stream, mate. Play like first 20 minutes for longer, 100%. We need to do that, but apparently we don't have the personnel to do that. Like, you look at the bench. What was the point of putting Scott McTominay? I seen clips on him jogging, tracking back. Was it simply to put him in the shop window towards Thomas Tuchel? Look, here's Scott McTominay. Take him in January. You can have him. Take him. No, seriously, I'd rather have put in a Dan Gore in there or a Hannibal Magebury at the end of the day. But I get what he put in there for physicality, basically. Gordon, what you're saying, United play well for the first 25 minutes. Very unlucky due to Onana's unfortunate. 100% I agree. Overall, the team performance better. Still a long way to go. The media are now curing up to help Ten Hag out. And also Onana, to be honest. Yeah, bad luck. But at the end of the day, I do respect the goalkeeper to come out requesting the interview himself, to put his hand up to say, look, my bad. It was my mistake that we lost the game, and fair play. If you look at it, David De Gea did also clamors like this before so many times. And that happens in football, right? Everyone's done it. It just happened to be when we are absolutely dominating the game. The shape is looking good. They are looking shit. They get one opportunity, one freaky shot, and Kit Kat fingers at the end of the day. What can we do? I'm not going to slag him. I'm not going to slag the club. I'm just going to believe that we can do this. Like the thumbnail, we can believe. Welcome to this stream, Basanio. He says, you respect Ten Hag and needs time to sort his team out. This guy still didn't get support. Plus, the club was already in shit. 100%, my friend. So remember, a chef is only as good as the quality ingredients he has. Right. I couldn't have said better. Just take an example, Basanio. Look at Klopp, right? It took him 3 years to sort his shit out, to be honest, right? Did Klopp win anything in his first 3 years? Look at Arteta, fourth season. Now he's cooking, right? They stuck to the guns, they stuck to the game plan, and Manchester United haven't had one single manager that they stayed on course. It's been the second year around. Sack the manager, get a new manager in, implement new playing style, new culture. Off we go again, recruiting new players. Now you stick with it and build on what his principles are. He's a winner, He's a winner. Big up for you, mate. Marky, what are you saying? Bruno doesn't need benching. No, doesn't need benching. Like you sing, P. Are you going to go P? Ivo Bosic, what are you saying? Regular is going forward. Brilliant, 100%. But backwards was a little bit poor. Yeah, but Ivo, do you remember that play of game when he was tracking Leroy Sané all the way to the other wing? He was running after him like a dog on a bone, like chasing a bone, and he did a brilliant slide tackle. But on that note, people, you know what scares me now? You know what scares me? Think about it. How many fullbacks do we have fit? That scares me. Okay. We're currently playing with two fullbacks that are fit. We have Dalot, we have Regular, the rest are injured, and the rest we loaned out as well. That's not good. So these guys better stay fit. I mean, if you think about it. And that is what worries me, to be honest. Let me guys know what you saying. No pepperoni pizza for anyone until we win. No pepperoni pizza for you. I agree. Bad, bad, bad. Yeah, stop getting hung up on Kevin De Bruyne. 100%, guys. Sugar, welcome to the stream as well. Please, I will only comment or talk about Erik ten Hag when we have his full squad and still can perform. 100%, mate. My team starts when we see Sofyan Amrabat there playing the CDM role and actually can play in a double pivot with Casemiro to relieve Casemiro, because one thing what Casemiro is good at is the break of play, to win the ball back and be that tenacious, like, going more forward as well, while sort of, Amrabat will shield the back line. But the only suspect with Amrabat is he's not so good in the air, to be honest. He's a little bit shy away from the air. But no, and also we will see what Mason Mount is all about. Like, obviously, like Mason Mount off the ball offers you high press, tenacity. We need a little bit of that grit. We need a little bit of that fight in that dirty midfield, right? Because currently that midfield, in my opinion, is unbalanced, right? It's like you're driving a car and you have unbalanced wheel. You will have shaky steering wheel. So we need to balance that as soon as possible. And good things are coming, people. Good things are coming, because apparently Varane didn't feature, but I believe that Varane in the defense will start against Burnley. Let me know what you're thinking as well. I believe that Varane, Sofyan Amrabat will be featuring as well against Burnley. Mason Mount looks like he's coming back as well. They're all training on grass. Kobbie Mainoo is also back. So with these additions into the squad, this is where my Manchester United team starts and this season start. Unfortunately, we had bad luck, but as deluded, God gives, God takes. It is Newton's law of gravity. What comes up must come down. Luck comes, luck goes. But this time around, I think that the footballing gods needs to return something back. I'm not going to sacrifice any chickens, if you know what I mean. So big up to all of you. Sugar, I can see you. Kenny Fan TV, Stephanie, Rajat. Who else is in the house? Man, Tata, United. Amrabat won't play before 𝒂𝒊𝒄𝒌 is 80. Seriously. I don't even know how old 𝒂𝒊𝒄𝒌 is, Peter, if you're talking about Peter in our community. Big up, 𝒂𝒊𝒄𝒌 is in the house as well. I in this guy, what are you saying? Even if the crucial players come in like Amrabat, Mount, Varane, etc., I will still need to be given time to get systeming integrated 100%. They're not magic portions. True that. Where do we go from here? Do we win by being negative as a fan base? Question mark. Does it serve yourself better to say we are shit, we are this, instead of beating your chest, the badge, to say we're Manchester United? Look back, understand the current circumstances. But one thing that I don't understand is, some people in the social medias with this retraction policy. Oh, we should have retracted David De Gea. We should never let Ole go. We should never sold Fred. It is what it is. They're gone. They're never coming back. Yeah. I see dead people like that Fifth Sense, that movie. They're gone. They're ghosts of the past. What we need to do right now is focus on the future. The future entails new ownership, new structure, certain players coming in. Hopefully, if we get a new owners in by January, we can actually go and reinforce, to be honest. And Luke Shaw might come back after January. I don't know what the hell is going on with Malacia, but he's also out to January. Donny van der Beek is registered to play for Champions, not for Champions League, for Prems and Cup games. So I do expect to see a little bit more of Donny there as well, guys. Hi, Madhouse. How you doing? Listen, there's so many of you in the chat room. There's like 142, like, in the chat. So please don't forget to smash the like, subscribe if you haven't. I'm just here in the aftermath talking a lunchtime special. It's never easy to jump off after you lose a game to do a proper analysis. But when you do have a proper sleep and when you do have a few coffees like me, you start to sort of clear the dust, trim the yard to make the grass look bigger, whatever you say, not manscape. Milos Mičić, dobar dan, kako si, brate? Mi smo očajno krenuli u sezonu, je naša relazno isto. I can't read this Serbian, mate, but I can big up to say that we are going places 100%. We are 14th in the Premier League, and it's a little bit of a catastrophe. But if you look at what Manchester City did last season, they started slow and came back strong. And I believe we can turn this around. Clip this. Good things are coming. I believe. Trust me when I'm saying I believe we can. If we don't, you can call me out. Anyway, I'm very positive. I refuse to be negative here. We're going nowhere if this manager's favoritism, Bruno Rashford. Can't build a team around these two. Yeah, I agree. But why is he playing Bruno? Why is he playing Rashford? What else do we have on offer? I want to hear from you, Rama, as well. 100%, mate. Let me just catch up with the chat as well. I was just about to do just a 30 minutes rant and stream. Question: what are you saying here, Evo? Why is Rashford sulking? I'm not going to call him names. Players have bad seasons. Players go through rough patches. That is 100% sure. I've believed that Rashford will become good again. He just needs to be properly told off, put aside to say, listen, mate, we got Rasmus Hojulnd there. You've seen it work. You've seen he scored the goal. Let's do this. And actually, Rashford was the one that assisted the goal to Rasmus, if I remember correctly. But Casemiro, 2 goals. What a warrior. Laying down there and shoveling in the ball. Listen, guys, we will be good. Casemiro will come back again. Everyone will be fit to play the style. And if you look at the run of fixtures, guys, we have 5 more games of Champions League to play. And also, we will batter Bayern Munich at Old Trafford. So at least the worst is being completed. The worst fixture has been completed in this, Champions League fixture. Bayern Munich away, done and dusted. We got away. Not really. 3-4. We could have got a draw at least. Right. I'm not going to waffle here now. It is what it is. What's Carlos saying? Big up, everyone. 100% back to manager. Big up to you, man. Everyone has mixed opinions, right? This is what Realist TV is for. Just be civilized in the chat. Be nice to each other. Don't abuse each other. Everyone is entitled to opinion. You can criticize certain players. You can criticize the manager. But definitely want to hear from you as well. Director me, I can see you. Casemiro was poor. The goals can take that away 100%. Yeah, it is what it is. Everyone has bad performance, good performances. My man of the match was 100% regular. Going back when we actually recruited in regular on the loan, a lot of the fan base was saying, "Oh, regular shit." Yeah, but he's been proving he's so good going forward. That energy going forward and the crosses in the box, Rasmus Hojulnd to be there to finish it off. We just need to learn to cut the ball inside, have midfielders just going in the 6-yard box and just beautiful place it in or lay it off to Hojulnd, right? Guys, I'm just catching up. I just want to shout out to people that haven't seen here on the VR room before. Aku, welcome to the stream. Hire 𝒖𝒊𝒄𝒌 as a defensive coach. Yeah, that's a good shout out, mate. He turned around the defensive woes. It's not really about the defense, it's the midfield. Right. Arguably to say we're missing Varane so much. He's the unsung hero, right? Whenever Varane goes out, we look so imbalanced, right? I mean, Lindelof has been solid in the past games before as a substitute, but yeah, what can we do? I mean, I would just say that if you look at the midfields and if you look at since we lost Anthony, we look a little bit unbalanced. At least Anthony was tracking back and provided defensive support. The midfield, it doesn't really help because Ericsson doesn't really track back, doesn't have legs. Bruno does what Bruno does best, but you cannot really blame the defense here, right? They're holding up the positions, but there's something that is missing. And I believe that the analysis and Ten Hag will looking at the videos and say, screw this, guys. We're not going to do this anymore. We have Mount coming back. We have Hojulnd scoring. We have good XG, potentially goal scoring opportunities. We have finally somebody that can finish off the dinner. And Martial, where did you come from? Your form. You skinned a few people, so big up. Listen, Sugar, big up to you, mate. I can all see you. Alien Tenno, see you as well, my friend. RG, 27 likes. What Stephanie's saying. Yeah, big up. This is more of a chilled one, guys. Um, this is a more of a chilled community chat. Regular understands what he needs and willing to fight. 100%. He's definitely fighting for a contract. What do you reckon, director? Is he fighting for a contract? I believe so. Listen, come in, talk to me, but this is not StreamYard. It's just a total different setup. If I do invite you, you will actually be on the main stage. I want to hear from you, and I'm going to share the link in the comment, and we can take it from there as a community. Let me see if I can post this. This is something, a new platform called 𝒖𝒊𝒄𝒌 that I've been using for a year, but I usually use it when I'm by myself. I'm pasting in the chat. Come in, have your say, come decent, don't come naked, and don't be abusive. Welcome to the stream, peeps. I'll open the floodgates for you to call and just let me know. You have a couple of minutes to say, and hopefully we can make a better day. We are playing Burnley on what a turnaround, you know. We're still here licking our wounds, and we're playing Turf Moor on Saturday. Guys, what do you think about Saturday? Do you expect to be a battering? Like, you know, do you expect us to lose, or do you expect a response? I mean, if you take away the Bayern games, like, you know, 5 things that we learn. I mean, definitely, you know, we know what's missing. We sing hopes of how we can play, but adding on that extra personnel that are actually able to do that, I certainly believe that we can create a good result, to be honest. People are saying, Nigel Flynn, I'm still shy to come on the show. No, don't be too shy. I'm not biting you, mate. um, Listen, I'm going to go to the main stage and I'm going to go let in Sajiv. How you doing, my friend?
I'm doing good, Mick. How are you?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, yeah, yeah. I saw you on KG show ranting away. You had a
Yeah,
different opinion there, like, you know, you were a little bit of PTSD.
yeah.
Reckless.
You know what? You know what? I wasn't. Yeah, I was a bit frustrated, but I wasn't too angry overall. But yeah, it's just as per usual. Like the midfield just gets so overran, and
Hmm.
with Casemiro and like Ericsson, and yeah, and yeah, and as for the Burnley game, I'll be expecting a 2-1 win, a nervy win. It's gonna be tough.
2-1. I expect it to be turf no more. Once we're finished with them over there, you know, we're gonna school them, right? I believe so, right?
I hope so. I hope so.
100%. I believe so. But anyway, I was watching KG and I was watching you there, and I think that the last caller that came in was Brush, and he spoke some really good sense, to be honest, right? He said
Yep.
what I said too. Like, my season starts now when we have all the fit players in, right? Because Ten Hag hasn't really been able to play the system that he wants to play, like, you know. So, and we cannot retract, like, you know, old players to say, oh, it would be better if we had Ole or Ragnick, or why did we let De Gea go? Why did we sell Fred? It is what it is. You know, my season starts when we have the preferred starting 11 that Ten Hag wants to build. What's your opinion regarding that?
Um. Sorry. What? Sorry. Like the opinions of the starting lineup. You meant
Yeah,
that?
yeah. I mean, what's your opinion to regarding what I said? Like, you know, are people saying that, you know, we should have, you know, why did we let De Gea go? Why did we sell Fred? We cannot retract. We can look forward,
Yeah,
but
yeah, of course, of course. I agree. We have to
yeah.
yeah, we have to look forward at the end of the day. I mean, I believe that the I believe once the players comes back, I
Hmm.
believe that our future will be bright.
Yeah. But Sajid, a question then, if you look at the overall post transfer window, right? You saw what players he bought in, what players he loaned, and you can see what he's kind of lining up right now. That gives you a clear indication, doesn't it, that this is not the starting 11 that he wanted to start with from very start of the Premier League. And then you can also add on the 9-10 injuries that we have. It's just like I don't know. I don't call it a crisis, but at the end of the day, I can understand. He cannot play the style he wants to play, but I feel. Do you feel a little bit more positive when you see the cavalries coming back, like Kobbie Mainoo, Mason Mount? Now you can understand what Mason Mount was recruited for: off the ball, tenacity. I mean, I want to hear your opinion. How do you see us going forward from here? Is it going to get any better?
Yeah. Yes, I believe. I believe like the. I believe like with the run of the fixtures that I just saw. Like all these, and until we play City, all these fixtures are really literally uh, a very a very good fixtures for us. I can't lie.
Hmm. And how do you see us lining up against Burnley? They're going to park the bus. You know.
I mean, to be honest, like company plays what was it called? He plays the uh, a possession based football. So I think that is going to be that's going to be a good advantage for us. We played against them in the League Cup, right, last season.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. No, we will polish that bald head of company. To be honest, he's a company
Company.
man. RG saying, big up RG in the community, saying Burnley key player Life Foster is out suspension. Yeah, they have 1 point.
I,
We're
I
playing at
don't know.
Turf.
I don't know him, to be honest with you. I don't know Lyle Foster.
Have you ever been to Turf Moor?
Not in my life.
You
Not
don't
in my
want to
life.
go there.
I
You
only
don't want to go there.
like the only Burnley player I used to know was like James Tarkowski and like Ashley Barnes. These are the only players I knew them.
Yeah. Listen, Stephanie Griffith, the hunt for Red October is coming. It's beginning. You know that movie, the hunt for Red October, the U-boat, the movie. Red October is coming, 100%. I believe so, 100%. Eye in the Sky is going. This guy goes in crisis every fan channel. No, he doesn't. He just
I mean,
expresses You just
I mean,
express your opinions.
yeah. To be honest, I have to go on the channel and just say literally how it is. Yeah,
Yeah.
I'm not crying. I just say how it is.
No, no, but everyone is entitled for opinions. We see the game differently. I tend to look at it from a 360 holistic perspective. I don't, of course, I can say players are shit here and there, but I'm more positive thinking. Because I play the game, I coach the game, I've been in this industry, and I know what's going on there. And I can see what the media is trying to do. I can see what the owners is trying to do with this manager. And I said, no, you're not gonna touch my manager. You know, give him time. As I said before, Klopp didn't become successful in his third season.
Klopp,
You know.
yeah, Klopp. I think what I've noticed from Liverpool was like he had literally ended Liverpool's trophy drought for like 8 years, I
Mm,
believe. I mean, I don't think they have won a silverware just before they won the Champions League, right? Or is it,
mm.
or if I'm not being mistaken, they won the first major trophies, I believe since 2011. I believe that's what I remembered. It's been a
big
long
up
time.
Big up, Michael, for correcting the dyslexic and non. I said I don't like teach grammar, but after weeks of listening, I just want to say you use deluded instead of alluded too. Sorry about that. Big up for correcting. Actually, English is not my prime language. If you didn't know, Michael, right? I'm multilinguistic. I suffer from dyslexia and a little bit of ADHD. So
Yeah.
bear with me,
Oh,
my friend. But thank you for being a grammar teacher.
yeah.
We can always
Yeah.
use that.
Hopefully you should be able. Hopefully you should be able to get cured from it. It's
But the
gonna take
thing
a.
is, I always, I'm very self critical. I can watch my live streams back, and it's never easy just to come on camera and press record, and you have a couple of frogs and you do some grammatical errors. But at the end of the day, you know, just let it go. Just why you keep trying, you keep going, and trying to improve. Good morning, Luan France. Comment ça va? Good morning. Listen to you and digesting 100%. Looking ahead, what do you reckon? How do we gonna line up against Turf Moor? Are we gonna see some different lineup?
Uh, so I think Mount and Rafael Varane are back in training for Burnley, I believe. So if Varane comes back, so I'm gonna go for Onana in goal. Right back as Diego Dalot, Rafael Varane,
Hmm.
Sandro Martinez, Serge Reguilon.
Yeah.
Then in midfield, I'm gonna be putting. I don't know if I should. Yeah, in midfield, if you know what, let's go for Amrabat if he comes back.
Yeah. Let's go, Amrabat. This is what we've been dying for. This is what we need. I mean, if you look at what the Scott McTominay is offering, a little bit of tenacity, a little bit finesse with Ericsson, but you mix those two together, you get an Amrabat. You get a complete player, and I hope he's the. I pray he is the answer, guys. Big up. I want to also mention what somebody was saying about eye in the sky. Was saying like I am exactly the same. I'm also a solutions guy, eye in the sky. I don't come crying about being negative. I always look at solutions, never look at problems.
Solutions, yeah.
That is my way of life. It always been, from very first beginning. Sure, you can be negative, but like Arnold Palmer, the famous golfer, he always said, if you get yourself in trouble, you got to get yourself out of the trouble. It's the application of solution. Like if you end up in a big pot bunker, like you got to think, how am I going to get out of here, right? Right. So what if you're going for battle, right? You're going to the front line, and your sergeant is telling you, guys, right? We all pepped up. We're going to go and fight these bastards, right? But when we get to the front line, lay down your weapons and die. What is this? You got to have a winning mentality, and you always have to look at solutions.
Definitely, yeah, I'm sure. Yeah, oh
Yeah.
yeah, I think I have to complete the starting 11, right?
Mm.
So yeah. So Amrabat, then Casemiro as an eight,
Yeah.
because, and at number 10, yeah, number 10 has to be Fernandez.
Yeah.
Uh,
What are
on
you
the on
saying
the
about what about Sugar saying here? If Amrabat is playing, Casemiro, Amrabat, Fernandez, and Mount playing on the wing.
That's a very good shout. That's a very good shout.
In
I
Chelsea,
I
he was
love.
playing a lot of right wing, and he was really good there as well.
Yeah, I've seen. I've watched most Chelsea games, and I felt Mount most of the time he was playing at the right, and yeah. So that's what I've seen from Mount.
Yeah.
And you know what, people tend to forget. Like he was. I believe he won the Player of the Season for Chelsea twice. Is it twice?
Yeah, he did.
So yeah, he did, right? Yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, Thomas, I just posted the link again. Thomas, all the way from Sweden. Guys, if you want to come in and express yourself a couple of minutes before we close the shop, welcome. I just posted the link here. And just come in, have your say. And Kobe Mainu is actually back as well. So, damn, that was such a bad preseason. We lost Kobe Mainu there. Like, I know he's just a kid,
That's
but he
good. Yeah.
showed so much promises, you know? So how excited are you now? Like if you look at the current run of fixtures, to what we are playing Burnley, then we have Crystal Palace twice.
We have Palace in the League Cup in the midweek.
Yep, and then Palace in the game as well. And who do we have after that as well? We have a couple of easy fixtures as well. I'm not having it in front of me. Let me just look it up, mate. Let me see. Oh damn. I'm totally lost my mind here, to be honest.
Yeah. Yes.
No,
So yeah. So we have Palace at the for League Cup.
mm,
Then we have Palace at home. We have both fixtures at home, and
yes.
then we have Galatasaray at home, which is very good.
Mm,
I mean, to be honest, I watched the Galatasaray. They weren't good.
mm.
They weren't that great, to be honest with you. Then
Radio.
we have Brentford at home, another good.
Brentford as well. Yes. at home. So there's like home games, so we should be all right. We should be all right. Thomas, welcome to the stream, my friend. How are you? All the way from Sweden, I guess.
Yeah, it's been a while.
It's been
I'm
a hot
fine. I'm
minute.
fine. How are you?
I'm good. I'm good. Seeing things from a different perspective, seeing more positive. That we're seeing signs that we are coming back. We are getting players back. We are playing. We are going to play the way Ten Hag is going want them to play as well.
Yeah, I mean, he's the manager, so at the end of the day, that's what he is. That's what he
Mm,
does.
yeah.
So
Look, I want to
I
ask you
mean,
then,
yeah,
Thomas. I want to ask you a question though. Do you see us turning this tide? Do you see Ten Hag having the believe, the sign that's been stolen from the locker room, Ted Lasso?
I mean, for me, it's like for me, at the end of the day, we already know what the main problem is, but I just see him. Ten Hag is everything that we really wanted, right? Because he he's holding players accountable for their behavior, and he's really not taking any shit and he sticks to his guns.
Wait,
And
sorry, mate.
uh,
I have a little bit of a background noise from. Are you outside by any chance?
yeah,
Oh, it's cutting my ears.
okay,
Yeah,
hold
fair
on,
enough.
hold on. Yeah, I mean he's sticking to his guns, and you gotta respect him for that.
Yeah,
It's not his fault that the player don't do the defensive work.
true.
That's not his fault. We, I mean, they don't. We already know the players had to put an effort in.
Mm. Okay,
So
for
I
the
don't really. So I
Thomas,
really think
just
we're on the right path with him.
we are on the right path. But Thomas, just food for thought. Just looking at what Simon Heron is saying here. The Galatasaray and Copenhagen result was perfect for us, to be honest. If you look at it, right, this is the first fixture of Champions League. We were facing the
Yeah.
most difficult team away, Allianz. They never lose there. To come away with a positive, I would say -1 goal difference. We scored a lot of
Yeah.
goals, so we have -1. Galatasaray and Copenhagen played 2-2.
Yeah. I
So,
mean,
is
for
this a
me, I'm
perfect
more
result?
out. Yeah. I mean, yeah. I mean, it was an away game. It was the hardest away game.
Yeah,
Bayern Munich has always been a force to be reckoned with, always.
righty.
And I mean, I mean, it couldn't have gone any worse.
Right.
I mean, from the so we did. I guess I'm happy. I'm not. It sounds weird, but it sounds weird to be happy to take the L. But I mean, we just got rid of the hardest game, so it's nice to have that game. Now we're done with that game, and now it's only up from there because I'm very confident in the Champions League
Yeah.
because it's a tournament, and I think we can do good in that tournament, and
Yeah.
then more in the league. So
Listen, before you go, like, positives, positive United attack, what we can see, right? Hoyland, right?
yeah,
Getting Adding on Mason Mount to that as well,
uh, I was very happy that Hoyland scored yesterday.
Yeah,
Very happy. But
100%.
the one I'm looking forward to the most, that's Amrabat.
Amrabat
That's
too.
the one I'm looking. That's the one I want to see work.
That's the one we're missing, I think, to turn this
Yeah,
around. You know,
I
that's
just
the one
I
that's
just want
gonna
to see
uh,
him.
that's the one that's gonna, like, shield the defense as well, right?
Yeah,
You know, a goalkeeper is always depending on his defense. It's not a firewall. Like, you can shoot at the goalkeeper. Eventually, the ball will go in. Like, Onana did a great couple of great good shot stopping and stuff like that.
He made some great saves, to be honest with you. And then yeah, yeah,
Yeah,
and
I
yeah,
mean,
and yeah.
the thing with Onana, the thing before I go, I gotta go
yeah,
in a
yeah,
minute. But the thing with Onana is that even though he made a mistake yesterday. The majority of the conceded goals are not even his fault.
Exactly.
It was bad defending. And what Onana does, what I really love, that I hear so many fans wanted, is that he holds himself accountable.
That's
After
what
the
I like.
game, he held himself accountable, and that shows not just hi- not just the way his mentality is, but in that way he showed respect to the fans. So many mistakes have other players doing, and none of them comes out and hold themselves accountable. This guy holds himself accountable, and he holds himself to a higher standard. It doesn't matter if it's a goalie or not, but he holds himself accountable, and everybody knows it was a mistake. Everybody could see that. But
Yeah,
the fact that he comes and takes that interview after the game and he holds himself accountable, that's
that's a
great.
big man.
Yeah, that's what you do,
Yeah,
because that's what at least you can do if you're a professional footballer.
yeah. No, big
I
up.
messed up and I did wrong, and it will never happen again or whatever. It probably will, but he owned it. He owned it.
Yeah. No, big up, Thomas. I totally agree with you. If it was Harry Maguire, he would just say, like, I don't need to prove myself. So at least he owned to his mistake. He came
Yeah.
out and addressed the public, and I respect that. I respect the man
Yeah.
that admits his mistakes, and we go again. We definitely go again. Big up, Thomas. I have a little bit a weird motorbikes background that's disturbing my ears,
Yeah,
but
yeah.
big up for coming on, man. Listen, it's been
Thanks,
a hot
man.
minute. Come in, talk to me anytime. We are going live
Always.
on the Burnley game. We have a post-match call in as well, so hope to see you there, man.
Yeah, yeah. I will call in after that game.
The sun is always shining in Gothenburg, right?
Yeah, at least for today. Tomorrow is gonna rain again.
Big up. Massive shout out
All
for
right.
you, Thomas. Enjoy the rest
All
of your
right.
day. Thank you for coming in.
Thanks for having me on. Thanks.
And also have to have a shout out, a super chat. Nigel Flynn, thank you for your contribution, my friend. You're saying €5. Mainu, Amrabat, Casemiro as the defensive midfielders, Mount and Fernandes as the attacking midfielders, and Hoyland up front with Mount
It's a
joining
good
the
shot.
attack. That is a good shout. I applaud you, man. And first and foremost, always so grateful for your donations and super chats. It helps the development of this channel. We are about what 1 year in the making and 17,000 on the path to 17,000-20,000 subscribers. Growing slowly but organically with 10R. So big
Yeah.
up, Nigel. Goes back all the way to the channel. Listen, I wanted to end this stream as well to say we will see you for the match preview. Hopefully we'll do it tonight or might do it tomorrow. It is a little bit too early after just one game to do another preview, you know what I mean? So I think it's better off to do a more chill along tomorrow to do a Burnley preview, to be honest. So, Jiv, what's the time in Sydney, by the way?
It's like 10:53. It's almost
In the
11 p.m.
evening.
Yeah,
Bedtime
it's
for you, mate.
yeah,
Down
it's
under.
almost bedtime for me. And yes, the only positive for me in the Champions League was like Jude Bellingham again. What a player, man!
What a player. Yeah,
Yeah, I always feel happy for him. Like he just left Liverpool to be well settled
yeah,
at Roma. That's the only positive I like to hear.
yeah. Big up Billy Connolly for becoming a realist ball supporter. Thank you for supporting the channel, Billy Connolly. Glad to see you a member. I just want to give it a shout out. Listen, guys, it's been a chill kind of aftermath lunch, but for you it's a nighttime special anyway. So Jim, thank you for coming in and having your say as well, man.
Thanks for
And
having me on.
keep
Thanks
the
for having me.
spirit up. Don't let the
Oh,
social media trolls bite you. Don't let people tell that we are shit. We
yeah.
are turning the tide. I believe. I believe. Just have believe.
Yeah, we gotta do it for Don Robbie for AFTV.
Did you see? I was trolling KJ before in his stream. So KJ, you've been in Ted Lasso. What happened? Did somebody stole that Ted Lasso believe?
Oh yeah, I saw that super chat.
He brought it like he put it like believe. Big up.
He did, man. He did.
Yeah,
He
big
did.
up KJ. There, he wasn't reckless today, wasn't he? Okay, KJ. Sorry, Sajiv. Enjoy your night, mate, and thank you for coming
Yeah,
in,
you too. You
providing
too.
your
You too.
views.
Enjoy your afternoon.
Take it easy. See you later. Peace.
Peace, man.
Okay, guys. Time to go back to you and to say many thanks for you viewers that tune in. We go again. We have a very important game on Saturday, and I believe once we finish there with Burnley, they're going to call it turf no more, if you know what I mean. Don't forget to like and subscribe to Mufc Realist TV. Become a member if you want. It's optional. We don't force you. Don't forget to smash that like button. You have a lot of buttons there to smash. We are not like the greedy glazes. We don't take your dividends. Sometimes we do accept the super chats, but what we do depend on for the YouTube algorithm, since we're not a corporate entity, the likes push us further up in the algorithm. So you can enjoy the content like this. Cheers, guys. 44 likes, what Stephanie Griffith is saying. Take it easy, peeps. Whatever you're doing to relax, do it. Take a step out of football for a while. Enjoy the sunshine. Enjoy your lunch. Enjoy your dinner, whatever you're having. I'm going to have a pepperoni pizza tonight. This has been Mick Ruby from Mufc Realist TV. I had my say, and hopefully I made your day a little bit better. Peace, love, and banana. And unfortunately, peace, love, onana. See you later. Bye for now.
That's all, folks.
Thank you so much for stopping by and watching Mufc Realist TV. Don't forget to like and subscribe and follow us on the socials.